Hi, it has been a while since I've spoken to you face to face. It's been quite a while. So today I wanted to tell you about the rabbits. I have had the rabbits now for a little over a year. I got them mid April last year, and it's already now May. And as I've mentioned in previous videos, I do not feed my rabbits commercial rabbit food. I harvest food for them every day. And it takes a little bit of time, it takes a little bit of planning. If I'm not home for a day or two or three, I have to make sure that the rabbits have enough food. So I have to, bulk up and make sure that, they're stocked up on food. So it takes planning, but it's worth the effort. It's completely worth the effort because I know that the rabbits are getting a variety of greens. They're getting bark to munch on. It's not the same thing every day. And one of the biggest things that I really, really like about it is the fact that they're my little composters. They eat the greens, and I enjoy the pellets that they give me after the greens. So I could either turn my compost every day, or I can give it to the rabbits and then just clean out their pen every so often. So some people might prefer to, turn their compost every day. I actually prefer it this way because I'm collecting little bits from all around and giving it to the rabbits every day. So it's not like normally when you compost, in order for compost to work very well, you have to have at least a meter by a meter cubed, and you have to turn it every day. And when you don't have such huge quantities of greenery, of plants, grass, twigs, etc., it's kind of hard to get the compost to do what it needs to do to create the soil. So giving a bucket full to the rabbits once a day, or 3 buckets every 3 or 4 days, then I definitely know that I've got the compost. So I really enjoy that aspect of it. The actual having to clip, etc., okay, that's a little bit of a pain, but honestly I've been doing it for a year and I've gotten used to it, and it's really not so bad. When I first started doing it, it took me about 45 minutes to fill a bucket. Now it takes me 15 minutes to fill a bucket. It's not such a big deal anymore. So there's a really, really big difference in what I feed the rabbits this month of May and what I fed them last year in May. And my little 200 square meter plot actually didn't have that much that I could give the rabbits last year. It didn't have that much at all. So I had to go hunting around my community, taking clippings from here, taking clippings from there, from a wild field, because there just wasn't enough in this plot and my backyard. This year, there's so much. There's just an abundance of food for the rabbits. I haven't had to walk around the community and take clippings from anything in the community, which is quite surprising, actually. I mean, I see the things that are growing and I'm like, oh, well, that'll be good for the rabbits. But then I come over here to my little piece of land here and discover that no, I don't need what's growing over there because I still need to clear out what's growing here. And it looks like I've got enough for the next few weeks at least between my backyard and this little plot of land. So what's the difference between this year and last year? I was thinking about that a lot. Like, what's the difference? I've always been natural. I've always done things in a natural way. But I think what the difference is the permaculture way is actually reaping benefits. I'm actually getting more abundance doing things more permaculture, not just natural. But for example, over here, you see that water container? And then I have over there another water container and another one, and then there's a black one over there behind the tree. So we have these water containers that collect the rainwater, of course. And last year I was watering this area all the way straight up through to the end of July with rainwater, only rainwater. And I think that made a difference on the microbial life because it didn't have the chemicals from the city water in it. It didn't have the chlorine, it didn't have the other things. It was just rainwater, and I think that the area benefited from it. Also, the plants are a little bit more mature than they were last year. I mean, everything was fresh and new last year. So the trees, their roots have expanded a little bit more. The bushes have expanded more. Things have grown more. There's more microbial life. For example, look at this stuff, how it's grown. So look at that. These are the spices. That oregano was barely visible last year. The thyme behind it was barely visible. This was a little stick almost. And you know, that was also, the Louisa back there was much smaller. So, you know, things have grown larger. The rose bushes are definitely larger. And you just see things are more lively. There's just an abundance of so much here. The condensation that builds up on the containers that are surrounding the tree roots, you know, those water on a daily basis or on a nightly basis. And as you can see, all this, which looks overgrown, is actually rabbit food and guinea pig food. You see over here, all these, I've been trimming these for weeks. I mean, everything that you see has been trimmed 3, 4, 5, 6 times over. I mean, there's just a lot left here for the rabbits. And the nice thing is when I deadhead the roses, the rabbits really like to eat those. And you see, all of this, I've been trimming away at this. You see? Oh, and they love the thornies. So I let those grow a little bit, and then the rabbits just have a heyday with them. And over here, this was very tall with weeds, and I trimmed them back, and new ones came, trimmed them back, they grew back, trimmed them back, and now they're growing back again still. And then over here, look at this. This is where the rabbits were last year. Look at that. I didn't plant any of that. It just grew up on its own. So, yep, I trimmed that back for them as well. And there they are. Hello, little rabbit guys. Hi. This is from what I gave them this morning. Don't know if you can see it through there. 1 second. There. You see? That's from what I gave them this morning. They still have leftover. So you see, I still have lots of food that I can give to the rabbits. Another thing that I think has made a difference is the chickens. The chickens wandered around and they fertilized the area. And the rabbits' pellets also fertilized the area. I you know, I spread the rabbit pellets around the trees, around the bushes. I spread them along the ground. The chickens were out here eating and fertilizing. So I think that also helped with the abundance. So between the rainwater, the chicken fertilizer, the rabbit fertilizer, the bushes and trees getting stronger, it really made a difference in the abundance. And I'm seeing the difference now. I'm just really seeing the difference. And it's really nice because, as you could see through here, there's still a lot more that I could feed the rabbits. I have a few more weeks at least. I probably won't have to go searching elsewhere for food, you know, well into June. And if things keep going this way, and I might not even have to do that. So it's really good to have the rabbits, and it's really good to feed them the weeds, which are rabbit food to me. It's not weeds, it's rabbit food. So that makes me really happy, and I can see where it's worthwhile. I mean, just the difference between last year and this year, I mean, I can't take my eyes off of it. The difference between last year and this year it's incredible. It's just incredible. And it's simply using the natural process. It's using the permaculture process, harvesting the water, you know, pruning back, letting animals fertilize for you. These things work. It really works. There is abundance in that. It really works. Until next time.